Everything you've been taught about belly fat, it's incomplete. Most people think belly fat is simply a cosmetic problem. Lose a few pounds, eat a little better, exercise a little more, problem solved. But what if the fat that you can see isn't the one that you should be most concerned about? What if the most dangerous fat in your body is the fat that you'll never see in the mirror? The fat wrapped around your liver, your pancreas, your intestines, the fat that's quietly increasing inflammation, affecting your metabolism, and really raising your risk of chronic disease without causing any pain. So today, I want to change the way that you think about belly fat forever. Welcome to Beyond the Bloodwork series. The series, it exists for one reason, to help you understand what your body may be trying to tell you long before diseases forces you to pay attention. So let's start with one simple truth. Not all fat is created equal. Most of us, we judge our health by what we can see, the number on the scale, the size of our waist, how our clothes fit. But your body, it doesn't really work that way. There are two very different types of body fat. The first, well, it's subcutaneous. That's the fat just beneath your skin. It's the fat that you can pinch. The second is visceral fat. And this fat, it's stored deep inside your abdomen, surrounding your organs. And here's what most people really don't realize. Some people can look perfectly healthy and then still carry dangerous amounts of visceral fat. Researchers even have a name for it, TOFI, thin outside, fat inside. Looking healthy and being healthy are not always the same thing. That's the first belief I hope you'll leave behind today. Visceral fat isn't just sitting there doing nothing. It's biologically active. It produces inflammatory compounds. It affects how your body regulates blood sugar. It can interfere with healthy hormone function. Over time, it increases your risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, fatty liver, and other chronic health conditions. This isn't about fear. It's just about understanding. Your body is constantly communicating with you. And the question is whether or not we're paying attention. And here's another belief I'd like to challenge. People often think visceral fat is simply the result of overeating. Sometimes it's true, but it's only part of the story. Poor sleep, constant stress, long hours sitting down, lack of movement, highly processed foods. As we age, changes in hormones and muscle mass, all of these things can contribute. I've met and trained people that have exercised regularly and they weren't significantly overweight. And yet they struggle with metabolic health, because health, it's about much more than your body weight. So how would you know? And that's really the question, because you can't determine visceral fat by looking in the mirror. You can't measure it with your bathroom scale. BMI doesn't tell you the whole story either. And two people can be exactly the same height, exactly the same weight, and have completely different levels of metabolic health. That's why understanding what's happening beneath the surface matters, because what stays hidden, it often stays ignored. So here's the encouraging part. Visceral fat is incredibly responsive to lifestyle changes. Walking every day, strength training, improving your sleep, managing stress, eating more whole foods, reducing long periods of sitting. You don't need perfection in this. You just need some consistency, making small decisions, repeated over months. These things can completely change the direction of your health. And if this video changed the way that you think about belly fat, I'd really love to hear from you. What surprised you the most? Leave it in the comments. If today's video even made you wonder what's happening beneath the surface in your own body, I've included more information in the description below. And if you found it helpful, subscribe, because your body is always communicating. Question is, are you listening? I'll see you in the next one.